last operator standing. Op 4 last operator standing. Op 4 eliminated all friendlies.
שלום, בוא תהנו.
בואנה יא הומו, סתום את הפה.
Protect the bombs. Op 4 is located. Plan your defenses accordingly. biohazard container. Biohazard container. 10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Op 4 drone has located the biohazard container.
One's in train, it's Nash. Don't scan my cameras. 2 in train, 3.
Look, says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Yo, look, I might pull up to the scene. What's happening? All good, says she wants a man. Treat her well, little hood. When I hit that jackpot, you know the whole squad eating. Back 15, bitch, then I'm out skiing. Look, I came in for a wine, couple drinks, little fun. When she talking about a man, got her looking like a bum. I don't even wanna be rude. Ain't that kind of guy when she talking about a man. I'm giving up a vibe, looking up for me, slow wine, do it properly, take time, pick it up for me, slow wine, do it properly, take time. I ain't gonna bother making all these promises. I'll bother saying something when I'm gonna do the opposite. I can promise you this night, nothing more. Call me MC Hammer, cause I'm playing like a 4 eyes. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy.
I just saw Montaigne in the gallery.
Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Oh yeah.
Said she tired of my crap, but if I get her back, then I'll trade my old step, then I'll make it back. I see you on your Insta, calm down, can't put you in that kind of the goose, and yet she telling me this, telling me that. I miss the days up in ill guys sipping on yet, and I've been running her down, need my energy back. And now she's saying that it's peak, that I ain't getting her back, but girl I need you back on my team view, cause them I can't treat you, love you or feed you or please you. Look, I ain't shifting the blame, only girl like I had that didn't care about the fame, that's why she wavy, man I say that's why she wavy, she be looking like a maybe, so will I hit it maybe, yeah.
I said she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Said she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy, looking wavy. I said she looking wavy, oh yeah.
Purchase your track now.
I don't wanna, but the shit is getting. Said she looking like a. I don't wanna, but the shit is getting looking wavy.
Find the biohazard container location.
Said she looking wavy, yeah.
I'm gonna see my moving, I think. Never mind, they're in daycare.
Good work. The biohazard container has been located.
When you touch my way, I didn't know what to say. When you touch my way, I didn't know what to say.
taste of what you've been waiting for till the night's over. Ooh, I know we're thinking the same thing. I know you wanna get with me. Ooh, I know we're thinking the same thing. I know we're thinking the same thing.
The music just turns
Aye,
me
aye.
on.
Unknown. Look, says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Yo, look, I might pull up to the scene. What's happening? All good. Says she wants a man. Treat her well, little hood. When I hit that jackpot, you know the whole squad eating. Back 15, bitch, then I'm out skiing. Look, I came in for a wine, couple drinks, little fun. Man, she talking about a man, got her looking like a bum. I don't even wanna be rude. Ain't that kind of guy. When she talking about a man, I was gripping up her thighs. Back it up for me, slow wine, do it properly. Properly, take time, back it up for me, slow wine, do it properly. Take time. I tell her I ain't gonna bother making all these promises. I bother saying something when I'm gonna do the opposite. I can promise you this night, nothing more. Call me MC Hammer, cause I'm feeling like I'm 4 eyes. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Yeah.
Says she tired of my crap, but if I get her back, then I'll trade my old stack, then I'll make it back. I see you on your Insta looking cute, but calm down, cause I put you in that kind of the goose. And yet she telling me this and telling me that. I miss the days up in ill sipping on yeah, and I've been running her down, need my energy back. And now she's saying that it's peak, that I ain't getting her back. But girl, I need you back on my team, boo, cause them I can't treat you, love you or feed you or please you. Look, I ain't shifting the blame. Only girl that I had that didn't care about the fame, that's why she wavy. She wavy, man, I say that's why she wavy. She be looking like a maybe. So will I hit it? Maybe, yeah.
I said she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Said she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Yeah.
Purchase your track now.
I don't wanna, but the shit is getting. Says she looking like a. I don't wanna, but the shit is getting. Looking wavy. Says she looking wavy. Looking wavy. Says she looking wavy. Yeah.
The music just turns me on. Oh, when you turn away, I didn't know what to say. Oh, when you turn away, I didn't know what to say.
I love the way you've been looking my way, baby. Don't hesitate, you can come on over. Let's get face to face. I'ma give you a taste of what you've been waiting for till the night's over. Ooh, I know we're thinking the same thing. I know you wanna get with me. Ooh, I know we're thinking the same thing. I know we're thinking the same thing. I love the way you've been looking my way.
Again. I think maybe we'd play Oregon again, or maybe Border.
Yeah, perhaps. Of course, Machine Soldiers, they've shown some sort of comfortability on Oregon already.
Yeah.
Definitely similar maps might be coming into the affray for this opening matchup here today. They're 0-1 so far in this week of the A-League. Looks like TBD, they're already surrendering. They don't want to play.
Yeah.
What's going on? So we will be getting into this game shortly. So our predictions, I think maybe Oregon. Let's see what happens during this map veto, though. They're getting into it right now. We're going into the picks and bans. So we're just hurrying them along. A little bit late to this matchup, of course. But I think these teams are a little bit late to join the lobby. But you know what? I come from Counter-Strike, where that happens 7 days of the week. So why wouldn't it happen with Siege? Of course it will. So we are going to be getting into this game very, very shortly. As I said, predicting Oregon, perhaps. Have we got like a solid pick for whoever we think is going to win this game? Who's everybody in the studio here? Everybody in our London studio is basically shrugging their shoulders. They don't know who's going to win this matchup at all. Maybe a close one. We saw quite a one-sided matchup earlier today. Stones pretty much decimated the Machine Soldiers. They went into that match feeling confident. They had a bit of a rusty defensive half, and then as soon as it went over to attack, they closed it out on Oregon. Yeah. It was a beautiful little, map, and doesn't seem to be anybody banning the maps out right now. We can see the map veto on your screens right now, but nothing really happening. I think we're waiting for our 10th player to get in as well, and into the affray, into the game. I think the opening ban's coming through right now. I think that was insanity. Machine Soldiers to go for that opening ban, banning out Villa. Let's see what else we're going to be throwing into the ban pool. Of course, this is just the best of one.
They banned Consulate.
Consulate being the second ban. That's over for TBD. They've put that one through. And so a very slow ban phase right now. Each team, I don't think that they were very prepared for this matchup. It might be 7:30 in the evening here in London, but these players already starting sleepy in the bans, in the picks. So coming into this one, what are we expecting Machine Soldiers to ban next, James?
Maybe Coastline. I mean,
you're thinking Coastline?
Coastline's mainly banned, so I would be surprised.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be interesting if they go for an Oregon, or if they go for the ban. Of course, they were
Oregon.
Comfortable enough, and yeah, that was after that recent shaky performance earlier today. Thinking, yeah, okay, we lost against Stones, so maybe we're not going to feel too confident against TBD. Let's get the next ban in. What is it? Coastline. So some of these predicted bans coming through. Of course, Oregon, that shaky map for the Machine Soldiers earlier on in that best of one against Stones getting banned out. Their final ban is a bank. There we go. So now it's down to TBD. The map is TBD. Let's find out. It's to be decided. Let's crack the whip on this one. They've got, of course, a choice. What are their choices between?
Coastline and Border.
Oh, I thought you said they banned out Coastline.
Sorry, not Coastline. Sorry, my bad. Clubhouse.
Okay, Clubhouse and Border. so yeah, of course. I'm just holding your feet to the flames, making sure we're all about top level accuracy here on EFLGG, of course. And what is that?
So they banned Clubhouse and they are going to play Border.
They're going to ban. They're going to play Border. So let's get into that game then. Both these teams looking for, of course, a Border map pick. Let's get straight onto that one. And I think we're waiting for all 10 players. Are we waiting for a final player, or are we carrying on and he's joining midway through? Oh, so we're going to wait for that for that 10th player. So TBD just missing out on the one player here. I think he might have had some sort of PC issue. Maybe tabbing out. Maybe he's just cutting his nails. Maybe he's doing his hair. Greek's joining now, so we will be starting in the next couple of seconds. Maybe he was out a big Greek lunch. You know, I just went to a little market, and yeah, Greek's in. So we will be starting this matchup. Let's get into it. So they're all ready. They'll be readying up now and getting live into this game on border. So this is, I think, the first time that we've seen this map this week in week 1.
Yeah.
Of course. Would you say that this is a fairly common map between these two teams?
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure.
So
but maybe.
Skip right into that banning phase where they are once again taking their time. Ying getting banned. But what is going to be the Ying to Machine Soldiers Yang? Let's find out. They're going to go for a second ban here. Any predictions?
Maybe Thermite. Oh, Glaz.
Glaz, of course. I've been playing Thermite today. I've been kind of maining him as of late. You know, I don't have all of the operators right now. So,
you need
just
to,
starting up from scratch. I need to get some serious game time in now. I need to
need
get
to
some
put
hours.
an ACOG on that gun.
I need to, dude. It might not have an ACOG, but it is just spamming into faces.
Just running around with a iron sight.
Running outside, running outside, just getting all of the action in. So, final ban coming through for TBD. They're going to ban Mirror. I would say that that's a good pick after what we saw earlier today.
Yes.
Let's see what the picks are. Now the ban's right the way.
Who do you think they'd pick?
Well, I don't know. I'm right. I just want to see a Thermite. I want to see him play. I want to see him played at the top level. Let's see if somebody whips out Thermite in this one. We've got an Ash Jackal.
Cade.
Jaeger.
Thermite, there you go.
There's my Thermite. Thank you very much. Tamarix, you go on my goodie wall. I'm going to put a picture of you. So send your picture into @EFLGG1. That's on Twitter, or @EFLGG anywhere else. And I'll put your picture on the wall in our office, in our studio. So congratulations for that one. That's pretty much the main accolade that you can win. This one, of course, a little bit of money on the line, but of course, well, actually, in SiegePlay, I don't think there is actually money on the line. So the top prize, I'm going to give it out to charity. Whoever wins this, I think we'll put a picture on the wall. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. I think I might be overstepping my boundaries, but I would definitely want to see. I want to see a top-down version of this. I want to see how they are spreading this one out.
Yeah.
Let's get that bird's eye view look, James. Here we go. So a little bit of a setup towards this inner B bomb site. Of course, 15 seconds left on the defensive. Fury playing quite far out and engaged, just blasting down those barricades, trying to create a little bit of gap to look through. Of course, those vantage points are so important in Siege, but of course they've all been spotted out by Insanity. And Fury didn't actually spot out that drone, so that's a lot of information gained. They now know where both bomb sites are. They know where these defensive vantage points are being held from, and we should be getting into this game right about now. It's Shades go again for that early information. Tamarix and a pretty passive attack from the... Is this the machine gunner side? I think it might... Yeah, it is on that attacking bomb site. Of course, they're playing against TBD, who are starting out on defense. So again, all this information being gained, and they're about to make their creep and this push through. I like to see aggressive pushes early in these games. Try and catch those defensive halves on tilter, on guard, on the back foot. So trying to burst open those barricades early. That Thermite can definitely cause a stir towards Valkyrie's position.
Valkyrie better start moving, otherwise Jackal's going to be coming for her.
So there is that opening frag coming through.
One kill.
That's Tamarix getting the big fat opening. I didn't know if that angle was going to be spotted. A nice little cheeky, peeky angle from Cinch there. Just straight through the gap, and of course, a man up. Now they can start to abuse this defense. Moving the way through. A very gappy set of windows there, of course.
Yeah.
This has been done by the defensive side, but it kind of works to... machine soldier's favour. Yeah, so popping and peppering through those walls. A minute 10 left. Not running out of time just yet, but they have to get their skates on.
Oh, Tarek just losing a bit of health.
And that's that outside play. Trying to get, again, as much information as possible. Destroying those cameras. Getting rid of those vantage points. It's a 4v4. A nice equalizer there for the defensive half. 50 seconds left. Again, soldiers, they need to speed up towards these bomb sites. They're starting to run out of time now. Only 40 seconds on the clock. And they're no closer to either A or B. Cade holding it down. Here's a good angle. I don't know if someone's going to get spotted. 30 seconds left. I don't know why machine gunners are playing this one so slow. Of course, you've got those black walls in. 20 seconds on the board. This should be a nice defense. Greek with a nice opening pickup. That definitely doesn't equalize this. It puts them in a very firm advantage. Fury with the swing. And it is a 2v4. This one's pretty much over.
1v4.
And I think, yeah, machine soldiers
And
just absolutely getting slaughtered there on the entrance. That was a really good defense.
They started off really slow and, you know, started bringing it back as the round was ending. It was a really good round.
Yeah, perfect round there for the defensive half. 1-0 on the board. Really important to get that opening defensive point as well. Sets off the momentum, sets off like a chain reaction of events that can always run riot on that defensive half. You can start to build up a really decent lead. Remember, no overtime played in the opening weeks of SiegePlay in this round robin stage. I think, of course, last week we had the qualifiers where we separated the boys from the men. Now we'll get back into this matchup. Let's get a bird's eye view on this one. A bit of prep time. I'm expecting to see a fairly similar defense. That one really worked out. And I want to see something faster from machine soldiers. They seem to get stuck in the mud there. They found the opening frag. They're just slowed right down and it didn't work out for them. So Fury placing those aggressive barriers. Of course, no real information being gained in the opening portions of this round. I'd say that machine soldiers probably needs to split up, kind of actually hit opening picks off each other and roll with that opening peak this time. Last round was a very sorry showing. Let's see how this attacking side's going to make their entrance. So moving the way through, of course, Viper getting on the aggro, stuck on the roof, and there's the opening pickup. Again, machine soldiers finding a nice opening throttle, and now they have to work with this advantage. They've got lots of time on the clock, but they can't let it run out this time. They made that mistake last round, and they really paid the price for it. They could be 1-0 up right now, and a massive advantage hit. I would say machine soldiers, so far what I've seen, probably have the slight advantage going into this. Especially if they're finding multiple opening frags. Viper with a secondary swing. 2 minutes on the board. Bit of health regained, and it is 2 minutes left. And I think machine soldiers should activate and split up this time. Of course, they don't have the intel. They don't have all the information, but they're very close to this bomb site. And I don't know if there's a pop so they can move quickly downstairs. But
there's an ADS on the other side of the wall, but I don't believe they saw it. There.
So again, it's that faltering of information. Those vents on the floor getting popped open. Fury doesn't quite equalise. It's a 4v3. And he is doing good work. Moves in for the final frag, and Viper with another. A great aggressive swing there from the machine soldiers. And now they've got to capitalise and find even more. This defensive half, they might struggle to hold on to this one.
But if they're lucky, they'll be able to pull it off.
They've got a minute left. They have to wait for that clock to tick down. And we've seen Machine Soldiers get stuck in the mud, play slow before. And let's see if Cinch can pull it back. Of course, that diffuser will be planted on that. I think B-bomb site very shortly. Nice bits of opening damage done and all the intel gained. And with that diffuser not quite planted, Cinch able to just move on through. 3v2. And with him going down, it's all on Greek. He's going to need a massive Greek party right here and a great headshot to finish. Shade, throwing the shade over by the A-bomb site. Look at this little final pop here. Down on the ground, swings upwards for that final frag. It's 1-1, all equalised up, and I would say that TBD are quite lucky that this isn't 2-0 right now. So more picks and bans to come through. Bit of complaining going on in the chat. But you know what? That's the nature of esports. Everybody's going to try and pick up some of those little excuses.
Minor excuses.
Those little details. Those little details. We see it in every esport. Of course, you want every single advantage you can get your hands on. I don't want to see any drama. The only drama I want to see is on this server. Third setup here, and a very similar display from this defensive half. Greek just playing the center of the map. Fury, of course, just branching outwards and trying to get as aggro as possible. This time a bit more intel gained. And Machine Soldiers seem to be a lot better at getting this intelligence here in the third. Action, 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 and somebody left the game there. That was Sol, but that was during the defensive phase, so I don't know, like, can they go for a pause? What's going on? Of course, that's going to be a massive disadvantage coming in a 4v5. That disconnect, they've got to get that sorted out fast. So is there any opportunity to restart this?
I'm not actually sure. Maybe.
Wow, that is not very nice, Greek. You probably shouldn't be watching the stream anyway, but that is fine, you know that? You know they can say what they want. Greek, he should be focusing on playing the game. He's got this advantage right now. I think that was because we were complaining that they were complaining about the servers. I think that what it was. But you know what? You get your fair share of hate, and it's fine because you're speaking in front of the people and you can say whatever you want. You got the last laugh at the end of the day as a caster. Yeah. You can say whatever you want, and he should be focusing on this game. It's 3v5, obviously a disadvantage after that disconnect. So it's going to be coming back into this one.
That was close to Viper carried on walking. Was taken out as a team kill.
Can't be allowing those, especially in these disadvantageous positions.
Not at all.
These situations, at least. Little battering ram coming through, and JJ straight through the action. Minute left on the board and trying to blast open and get that flank inwards. Minute left, and this attacking side about to go for the equalize. Cinch very close going down, and he finally drops 3v3. Machine Soldiers, and they've taken this one back. And then with Fury actually finding a frag and going down. Nice trade-ups from the Soldiers. They might have had that early disconnect, but they are back in action. And actually playing as a unit right here. This is looking like a fairly sturdy attack. I place my faith in them, even in the 4v5s. 30 seconds on the clock. And coming through towards this in a bomb site.
Oh, it's really unfortunate.
Roof ripped, and 15 seconds left. This clock's going to tick down.
He should look at hatch.
Yeah, he's not really spotting it out right now. You can hear these footsteps and straight downwards. Great opening frag. 7 seconds left. Oh, and Machine Soldiers just clutch it out. Final seconds. Nice closing to that third round there. It's 2-1. Machine Soldiers. This could have been a potential 3-0.
The music just turns me
Aye.
on.
Oh no. Look, says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't wanna babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Yo, look, I might pull up to the scene. What's happening? All good, says she wants a man. Treat her well, little hood. When I hit that jackpot, you know the whole squad eating. Back 15, bitch, then I'm out skiing. Look, I came in for a wine, couple drinks, little fun. Man, she talking about a man, got her looking like a bum. I don't even wanna be rude. Ain't that kind of guy. When she talking about a man, I was gripping up her thighs. Back it up for me, slow wine, do it properly. Take time, back it up for me, slow wine, do it properly. Take time, I tell her. I ain't gonna bother making all these promises. I'll bother saying something when I'm gonna do the opposite. I can promise you this night, nothing more. Call me MC Hammer, cause I'm feeling like I'm full. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't wanna babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't wanna babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Yeah.
Said she tired of my crap, but if I get her back, then I'll trade my old stack, then I'll make it back. I see you on your Insta looking cute, but calm down, car. I put you in that kind of the goose, and yet she telling me this and telling me that. I miss the days up in ill sipping on yak, and I've been running her down, need my energy back. And now she's saying that it's peak, that I ain't getting her back, but girl, I need you back on my team, boo. Cause them I can't treat you, love you, I feed you, I please you. Look, I ain't shifting the blame. Only girl that I had that didn't care about the fame, that's why she wavy. She wavy, man, I say that's why she wavy. She be looking like a maybe. So will I hit it? Maybe, yeah.
I said she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't wanna babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Said she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't wanna babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Yeah.
Purchase your track now.
I don't wanna, but the shit is getting. Said she looking like a. I don't wanna, but the shit is getting. Looking wavy. Said she looking wavy. Looking wavy. Said she looking wavy. Yeah.
The music just turns me on.
Oh, when you turn away, I didn't know what to say. Oh, when you turn away, I didn't know what to say.
taste of what you've been waiting for till the night's over. Ooh, I know we're thinking the same thing. I know you wanna get with me. Ooh, I know we're thinking the same thing. I know we're thinking the same thing.
Hello everybody and welcome back. Very sorry for the slight delay. We had a couple of issues on TBD's end. They were a little unhappy with the server that we were playing on today, and they've had it changed and we'll be going back into the game, of course. Machine Soldiers, I think they're 2-1 up, aren't they? And that's on their attacking side as well. So
Yeah.
they're obviously doing fairly well right now. We'll be going live into this game in just a second. Are we on border or are we on something else?
No, we're on border.
Oh, we're on border, okay. So, looking good for this one, Machine Soldiers. So they're 2-1 up. I'm pretty sure that that's not going to be shown on the HUD. So we'll have to keep tally, keep track, aren't we? Oof, oof. Looks like we might have to go for another rest in peace, everybody. Right, let's all hold a little memorial. Let's light a candle right now. So okay, should we throw to a quick break? So what we're going to do then is we're going to throw to a very short break. We're going to get the round history reinstated. It's obviously 2-1, and we'll be back right after this. See you in a sec. Hello and welcome back, everybody. So with a couple of those issues resolved, we do sit at 2-1 for Machine Soldiers. Very sorry about the fairly lengthy delay there. We were just having an issue with the server on TBD's end. Of course, we had a disconnect from Machine Soldiers as well. And we are getting back into the game right now as well. So very sorry for the delay right there. We like to bring you matches like really promptly, as pretty much everybody knows within our EFLGG community. But so far this game, it's actually been a pretty rocky road, hasn't it, James?
Of course.
So we've of course had a couple of those issues to iron out, but I hope that the second half of this game will be just as action-packed as the first. So this is the final defensive round for the TBD side. They've had a pretty unsuccessful run so far, and I'm looking for a slightly heavier defense here. We're probably expecting Machine Soldiers to cruise to a victory at this rate. It depends really if they take this last round or not. I think that a road back for TBD probably looks like winning this final defensive round and then having a good start attacking, probably taking the first 1 or 2 on the board. Then I'm probably going to be a lot more confident for their chances. But for the time being, they seem to be being very kind of easily dealt with. How is this attack coming to fruition? I see where they're coming from. Of course, just scouting outside, trying to look for any of these opening picks. Barriers about to be open. Viper getting a lot of intel inside with that drone, of course. Not spotting much downstairs as well. That inherently gives information, knowing where they're not. Getting all that intel where possible. And of course, just scouting out for all of this possible aggression. We can see that there's none really going on. TBD playing quite an ironclad defense, turtling down on those upper bomb sites, and I think that Machine Soldiers are going to need an opening pick right now. I think that TBD are actually set up quite a bit nicer this time. JJ with the opening frag. A bit of information spotted, of course. Now they know where that second man downstairs is. Fury with another. This is starting to look like a very healthy defensive round here for TBD. Their actual first of the match. With 1 minute 30 left, we need to see an equaliser or two. And that's just not going to happen. JJ with a stunning second shot. 2v5, 1v5. Very easily dealt with here in the last round of the half. And this one should all be shut down. A 1v5 for Tamarix here. He's going to have a very rocky road back, right, James?
Yes. I think camping is a really, bad thing to do, especially at this moment. Of course, it's still 1v5. So he'd have to move around, but he may come to slight delays with the enemy team coming and crossing his path, but I think, for my opinion, it's a really bad idea to stay camping.
Yeah, he needs to be mobile. He needs to hunt for these opening frags and try and pick one of these opening players off and maybe get towards one of these bomb sites. But that doesn't seem to be happening right now. He knows where one of these enemies are playing from, and there's the opening frag. Now he knows where the second man is. This is, starting to be doable, but he's running very, very low on HP. That L8 is going to have to connect with some nasty headshots to close this one out. Could have spotted out the second player there, trying to scramble to a better position and not concede this 4 versus 5 situation. And of course, you're really, really looking for secondary and tertiary frags. 10 seconds left. He's run out of time. And you obviously picking up that final frag. It's going to be a 2-2 half. This, of course, server change may be benefiting TBD slightly. And getting into round 5, and Machine Soldiers now in defense. Should be an easier half for them. Let's see what they go for in terms of the picks and bans. So these picks here, we see Jackal, Buck, Sledge, Nomad, Thermite, my favourite character, remember. that's my big boy. That's exactly who I'd want to be whipping out early on today. 2-2 right now. Let's see if Machine Soldiers can be as sturdy on the defense as they were on the attack. Going here into round number 5. So any predictions going into this one, James?
I have no idea, if I was going to be honest with you. I mean, both teams put up a good defense side as well as a attacking side, so I'm not sure.
Well, we've got 250 people watching in that Twitch chat. Make sure to get following EFLGG and get involved in the action. We like to talk to you live as well. Those messages are actually coming through live. So make sure if you want to ask some questions, give some comments, whatever you want to say, make sure to get in that chat right now, because me and James are going to be watching that over the course of the next hour or so over on my PC to my right. Big up Stones, says Mini Goose. We've got the Stones boys hunkering in the chat, of course. Love them. They had a very convincing win earlier against the Machine Soldiers, who are now holding on this defense. Lurking around this B bomb site, Greek is playing very, very passive here, but they seem to have a very sporadic defense. They're everywhere right now, trying to go for this little bit of intel. Where's this push coming from, James? It's coming from this east side. Tamarix just trying to pick in and look for any opening intel. Of course, a Viper moving through as well, but JJ with the opening pick. That's, well, very sturdy, and a second as well. Great headshot straight through. Little gap spotted, and he completely capitalizes. This is, yeah, definitely looking a lot more solid for now this defensive side for Team Machine Soldiers. Ooh, goes for the wraparound. That could have been a bit of damage there. Of course, JJ running low on HP, but a beautiful tertiary shot there. Triple for him. He is absolutely rinsing this attacking side as they try and make their way towards either one of these bomb sites with very little success. 1 minute 45. Shade trying to pick through. Both players full HP. Of course, eviscerating those cameras, trying to eliminate that intel. Head spotted. Good bits of information. He's like slaloming, like butterflying into that bomb site to try and get as much quick, sneaky peek information as possible. The flank is coming through, but Shade seems to know about this. Not before JJ finds his 4th of the round and finally gets taken down. Ace denied. And a very nice round for TBD right there.
Lovely round that was.
That was a switch up that they really, really needed. And now taking the lead for the first time this match. Two to 3. And walk me through these picks. Tell me about them. What's going on here?
So, I think...
So obviously picking up that thermite once again. It does seem like that has been a pretty easy go-to for the machine side.
Yeah.
Obviously that ban not coming through there, and now on that attacking half just not really making it work. We've had issues so far, and that intel is going to come through quite early in the defensive phase.
Yeah.
They pretty much know what's going on right now. Insanity's drone not really being popped at all by Utru or by anybody else. They've got full control of the upstairs area, but we can see that that's not where the bomb's going to be happening. That's not where the majority of the action's coming from this round. Shade just trying to get any extra intel if possible, and Greek doing quite a nice job on the defense there. So 2 to 3 scores on the doors. 3 minutes now to try and make this push inwards. Extend a big shield on the ready. And they'll probably have a pretty easy job breaching into the upstairs area this time. Does seem like TBD have kind of abandoned it. I would say that this is a good move from them. And Machine Soldiers are probably going to have a harder time getting inside. Depends if that right shield's going to go to good work. No windows popped just yet. And no drops happening off the offset. Fury, little bit of damage taken. Wants to try and get frisky and try and find a little bit more. JJ once again going to good work. Great headshot there onto Shade. And with 2 minutes on the board, Shade commending that shot in chat. Fury actually taking the time off. I'd say never take your eyes off the prize, but with 1 minute 50 left, he can kind of afford it. Fury very close to this angle here. Needs to be very careful from his behind as Viper mows another one, and JJ is just going absolutely ham right now. He's got a fairly hefty chunk of health left and definitely carrying this TBD side. Yeah. He's been a pivot point for them. And that information just coming through, but kind of late.
Fury down.
And Fury, yeah, finally getting dropped. He was right around that corner playing an extremely aggro position. And I think he was kind of caught off guard there. Wasn't expecting anybody to drop him, but Viper certainly does. Finishes him off. Solo now going for the breach inside. JJ finally taken. And Machine Soldiers picking up that diffuser. Which bomb site are they going to go towards?
I mean, they're still upstairs, aren't they? They need to go back downstairs.
And they've only got a minute to do so.
Just under.
And getting that information as well downstairs. They know that there's nobody really holding towards that A bomb site. They're holding quite back and passive away from this one.
In fact, they might, because
he needs to go for a jump.
Open up that wall, haven't they?
I'd always be going for jumps at this point to try and get as much intel as possible.
Yeah.
Just seeing through those windows or whatever, can poke inwards and try and find this one. But they've kind of cleared the whole of B. And before that, drone actually shuts off, and they've also got all the information on the receiving side. Planting that diffuser, a couple of seconds left, and I don't think that Greek and Co are going to be able to stop this one. Now they have to go for the instant retake, 2v2, and nobody being spotted there. Yep, they're just holding a passive, and Greek might be able to mow this one down. There's the first frag, bit of damage taken, and there's the final pickup. It's going to be an easy defuse here for TBD. And they're instantly on it. Plenty of time, 4-2. So over 200 people. Make sure to get into the EFLGG Twitch chat here today. We're also streaming on our greater network. So Facebook, YouTube, all over the shop. So if you're joining us here for this R6 matchup here today, thank you very, very much for joining us. I'm sure Tom Clancy will be proud.
There you go, there's your Zafia again. Sorry, not Zafia, Thermite.
The chat is very active as well. I'm kind of happy with this. If you've got any questions for me and James, make sure to paste it in that chat. We will be looking out for you over the duration of this stream. TBD definitely stepping up. That defensive half has worked wonders for them. And back into the action. Let's see what this defensive setup looks like. Yeah, that plan was definitely very saucy. They were able to sneak it through, but they were kind of just held onto the bomb site at that point. They didn't have a good vantage point. They found it very difficult to actually get the defense in. Just stuck hunkered inside that room. And TBD making very sweet work of them. And in combination to TBD there, they were able to move inwards exactly at the right time. They didn't wait around, let Machine Soldiers to get to any sort of better point. And now, the change-up coming. The defensive side will be holding in, and now moving in for the attack. It is Cinch going towards that valley area and down into trying to take out those cameras in those more aggressive areas. That'll breach that wall nice and easily. course, that can fluster a defense. One man spotted. There's the intel. But he is kind of locked inside. And this Jaeger has pretty much the best angle. But he's being pincered in. And this might be quite difficult to hold on the defense if they gain the intel. And you can see the drones kind of edging closer. They know exactly where he's playing from now. He needs to really change his position and move outwards. Oh, gets taken down by Solo. 1v1, won by him. And I think that was on 1 HP. Look how little health.
Hopefully one of his teammates will come and pick him up. Oh.
And it's not going to happen. He's just stuck in no man's land there. Solo playing solo. And getting punished for it. 4v4, the equalize comes through, but of course running a little low on HP. Cinch, he's got that drone out trying to go for some sort of aggressive intelligence play. He wants to get as much info as possible before this final push. The actual hit comes in. Switches away from that drone, and it is straight up towards the B bomb site. When's this defuse going to come through? TBD is so far away from these bomb sites right here. It does look like this might be a nice hold-up. Peering through that angle. I feel like if Greek had held back for a second more, he might have been able to find a cheeky little shot.
Yeah.
But moving inside instead, pressured by the clock. Shooting that monitor away. Obviously not a big fan of 1998 monitors. And Cinch actually drops there. He needs to be saved, but I don't think that that's going to come through. It's going to be a difficult cross here, as this defensive half playing very back and passive. Flash is coming in, and it's going to, yeah, severely blind everybody up. But no, Viper, Insanity, both with pickups. Nice shots outwards, and this attack completely falling apart. It's all down to you. It's like the British Army posters. Your country needs you. He's moving in towards... Not going to really find it. Tamarik's perfect angle. Machine Soldiers with another round. Closes the gap. 4-3. So tell me about these picks coming in. Are these similar to what we've been seeing before? Greeks been really enjoying that Thermite, but actually changing off it, going for the Habana.
Yeah, and then Fury taking Capital. He's pretty OP, especially with his LMG. But I mean, his specialty is actually really nice. He's got the, I think it's the flame, and then he's got the smoke. They're pretty OP because it takes up, his flame takes up quite a bit of distance.
Yeah, you can flush out those bigger areas of the map if you've got somebody stuck in a corner. That flame is going to do heavy damage per second. You don't want to stand in it for any more than
just like this,
any more than a couple of seconds. You do not want to be stuck in the mud there. You can really get bogged down easily. And with this game being exceptionally close, a little play within the fire and flames could end this and could close it up. And of course, Machine Soldiers, now the defensive half, should be able to rack up some rounds. And remember, we're looking for 6s, we're looking for 7s. If somebody wants to win this one. Again, old term, it's all about the 6s and 7s. It's attacking phase about to start. Very hunkered down, turtled in towards upstairs. And a little bit of action here. Wanting to burst out those cameras, those windows. Trying to get inside. And yeah, you see Greek. He's got so much intel here. Trying to just scramble away. Those little nooks and crannies in the corners can be quite difficult to negotiate and navigate.
Yeah.
But he does move his way through, and he will spot... right here, good intel, and yeah, he will be poked.
Jump the wrong way.
Will be spotted. Of course, taken out by that rifle there. So that little bit of intel granted will come to a very swift end. Cameras eliminated.
Ready to breach.
And that breach place. Easy entry. And trying to take these corners. 2 minute 10 left, plenty of time on the clock. This is like the business end of this game where things get a lot more heated, a lot more important. This is where the rounds really start to add up and really start to matter. Flash doesn't connect. Wants a second one inbound, but it's all about taking out those barriered reinforcements right behind this.
Solo should pick Bandit up.
Yeah, but he's not doing it right now. Obviously feels pressured from the back, and Greek easily finds that pickup. He's got a nice little cheeky angle as well inbound for the second, and he's going to get all this info, but drone shot away. He knows where their second man's playing from. It's a great headshot inbound. Dropped and finished by Greek. We saw this rifle going to use earlier today, and once again just picking through for the opening frags.
Look at that cheeky little angle you can't control it.
Yeah, right above that server room. And the roof exploded. He's not got a lot of different angles to hold here. There's nowhere really to hide.
The pressure's unbearable for him.
Yeah, I would actually just crawl away from that different angle there. I would probably hold from outside with...
Crawl away? I would run as fast as I can.
With all of those roof panels just evaporated there, I'd be certainly expecting...
Clear the blast area!
a little bit of something else. It's more floorboards. This house is going to fall down in a minute. All these floorboards just taken away. The 1v4 comes to fruition. This is going to be TBD.
We go for the diffuser.
It's going to be near on impossible for Smoke to get back into this one. He's got barely any time on the clock, but that is a cheeky pick again. The flank coming through, and you see the final three defenders start to mobilize off the back of that. They need to defend this diffuser, and it should be a pretty easy job. They're playing it quite passive. That's going to slow him down. Flash inbound doesn't really work out. Could go for the ninja here, but again, all of those roof boards have been peppered out and cinched. He has the angle locked in. TBD, another round one, 5-3. And again, it was looking like Machine Soldiers had a massive advantage earlier. They were going through to their defensive half with rounds in hand. But just like that Stones game earlier, this might seem like deja vu for them. This is exactly what happened in that earlier game. Good getting off the mark, but it's, of course, the finishing that matters. Now 3-5 here. Of course, Greek and Co. Fury's 5, just a couple away. And yeah, that scoreboard, you can see JJ establishing himself right at the top. If he starts to cool down, then that could be a real problem for the TBD side, relying on just one player. But I think that they've probably got the firepower at this point. Usually when you've got a player firing on all cylinders for that instills confidence into the rest of them.
Yeah.
You only need really 1 or 2 big rounds, and then all your teammates start to activate. Sometimes if you slow down, if you are a hard carry, which he isn't really, you'd be expecting maybe the whole team to slow down. But I think right now the TBD are in a very good position. And that might have been after Greek shut up out of the chat and actually started concentrating in the game. You know, I just can't help it. I've got to go in for those little cheeky
It's alright,
moments.
Jamie, it's alright.
I'm a professional commentator. I'm sure I've got lots of Greek jokes in the bag. I don't know. I was gonna say his comments were long and spicy like a fracking dal, but that's like it's like from the Netherlands or whatever. I know that they eat them in Greece, but you know what?
We'll save it for later. We'll save it for later.
It is a Dutch food. I wish I was saving a fracking dal for later. But bloody lovely.
You know what? I'm craving a kebab right now.
Craving a kebab.
It's on another
maybe
level.
Maybe we should split a kebab.
Don't mind.
No. London studios, you can get about 10 kebabs that are all lovely. Ooh, peppering through that wall. That was a nice drop there. Straight down Tam, and a lot of damage done onto the second man as well. That's going to be a real problem for this defensive half as they already start to get slaughtered. And this is going to drop to a 3v4 very, very quickly. TBD, lots of health left. Oh, the save coming in, and he will be able to revive Tam, but again, low HP, ins dropped low as well. They're going to have to hold this one up. They do actually secure the man advantage, but this is going to be a very easy turnaround. And yeah, nicely picked
right
from the side.
shoulder.
One of those low HP players. Tam eliminated. Cinch, again, another cheeky angle. Siege is all about these little nooks and crannies. And again, Insanity knows exactly where this one's coming from.
C4. Just yoke that back.
This should be a guaranteed frag with that drone coming through. He had to activate 3v2. Those little drop of the hat momentary plays. He could have got taken down there. He was very low on HP as well. He had to play that one convincing. Had to play that one with his brain power. And this one is actually starting to fall apart for TBD. They had a massive advantage going into the start of this round. And Machine Soldiers, a team that we often say have issues closing, might be about to secure number 4. .30 seconds on the clock. Nice little drop from Fury there. That equalises. And with ins very low, it's going to be a very difficult play as that diffuser gets dropped. Shading, lots of damage dealt there. Little pump up with the health that Stim used. And the finishing frag, Fury drops. It's only Greek remaining. And he is hidden within this diffused bomb site. He only has to hold this one for 30 seconds or so, but that can feel like a lifetime in Siege as they instantly know where he's playing from. The was being popped. Oh, and Greek actually dropping another one. Shade in. The diffuse comes through. Machine Soldiers steal away the next round. That was the instant pop in. I just saw that little retake try and come through. Greek a little too slow on the marker. And 4-5, this one's going to be exceptionally close. If overtime was a possibility here, we might have seen it. Of course, this game feels like it's gone on for 4 hours already, so I'm kind of glad that we're not going to be seeing overtimes in this one. But coming in, round number 10, the picks coming through, everybody securing their little roles. The thermite once again from Greek, he's been playing it quite nicely. JJ, he's the player to watch, playing that Ash.
Sure, Cinch is playing very well as Zafia, holding those sneaky angles as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely concentrating on JJ though. He's coming in from the west exit, away from everybody else, and he wants to play kind of this lone wolf situation where he's a bit away from the pack. He's able to find those fast frags. He's been very good at utilising those very short angles. And inwards, 30 seconds left of the defensive phase. How many kills does Solo have?
Solo has 3 kills, 6
so
deaths, and 2 assists.
So rocking the 3 to 6. He's finding not enough frags right now, and that seems to be the case for the majority of this defensive half. They're going to have to step up. Last round. Oh, look at that massive damage onto Tam there. I don't even know where that really came from.
He threw one of his impact grenades.
Yeah, and it just bounced the wrong way. JJ, where's he coming from? Look at that, we can see him coming in towards this west entrance. He is just playing sneaky, stealthy Siege. And yeah, moving in through those doors, trying to get as much info as possible. Just popping that little drone in first. He's going to get the info here and just popping through those windows. Went the wrong way, wanting to wrap around and secure these close angles. Doesn't want to get punished early. And if he had moved towards the right hand side there, straight into server room, he would have actually got the spot up. But he's going to instantly pop in for this kill again from JJ. Great shot, capitalizing off that early information gained. And that is JJ just playing to perfection. Ash, of course, great at getting this intel. And once again, he's popping for even more. Knows where the second man is. Wants to go for the refrag, but...
Go around flanking it.
Inbound. JJ. Playing perfect siege. It's all about getting this intel in the openings. Peering into server room. Wants to find this secondary shot. Could have got lucky on that angle against Tamarick there, who is just dodging and weaving throughout the server room area. Of course, Ash could spot him with that drone. Once again, could just pop one inbound and get that early intel. No real capitalization taken from the defensive side.
If Greek stayed there, he would have maybe just got Bandit, I believe.
Oh, and JJ again.
Killed.
He is just playing to
He's
perfection
on
right now.
fire.
He is. And it's all strategical. He's getting this information and then just moving in, finding the easy frags. And not playing crossfires is really, really hurting this defensive half. They need to play in buddies right now to eliminate this impact that JJ's having. And that's just not happening from the Machine Soldiers side. I want to see them play as a team. The defensive switch up coming, Singe with another, actually drops Fury there. JJ again, another triple kill, and he's moving in, 1v1 situation. Let's see if when the pressure bites, he can strike. 30 seconds on the board, clock ticking down.
So Diffuser. There we go.
Yeah, here it goes, just popping those nades through. Of course, just baiting out those sound cues as well. Not knowing what he wants to go for. There's the special. Actually heard out. Sphere could have taken heavy damage right around this corner. 7 seconds left. He needs to speed up. He needs to mobilize. He needs to rush around. 3, 2, 1 second. Oh, it's Singe. He's able to eliminate it. And TBD steal away another. I think they're up to 6.
Yeah. You can see he's shaking like mad.
Yeah, right at the end, just twitching in success. Round number 11. And again, that's another round just going to JJ. He found 3 frags, completely ripped that defense open, getting out that Ash again, of course, in round number 11. Thermite picked up once more from Greek. They are not being forced to change their setup whatsoever.
JJ 13-6.
Yeah, he is playing out of his mind in this opening map. Of course, I don't know if Fury's friends played any of these opening games, but it's 6-4. And they're looking successful in this opener match. I want to be following JJ with all we've got right now because, again, he's been playing out of his mind. As we get into the attack phase in 35 seconds, I want to see if he's going to come from that west entrance once again, and if he's going to try and pop open using those really crafty angles, because so far he's been playing that to perfection. He's been finding a lot of success with those opening picks and just that drone rifle combination, getting the info and then taking those corners quite aggressively.
Position device.
Reloading. Cover APS deployed and ready to go.
JJ again going lone survivor. He's loving it. He's staying away from his teammates. I wonder why. He's just loving the glory of staying alone. I love it.
And he's definitely playing best in this lone wolf situation. Again, and that's another man spotted. Info gained. Let's switch it up. Drone again, just pop straight past Tamarick.
Why is he shooting the drone? He could just use his special ability and block out all drones from spotting him.
Yeah, and just popping that special now. That's going to render those drones useless for a couple of seconds. But with 2 minutes left, all eyes on JJ right now. I think that we should be watching him. He moves in and, speaking the devil, instantly pops in with that opening. right over those shelves over in customs.
Jaeger was right there. If he stayed there and hit that angle that he was peeking, he could have maybe just snipped off Jaeger.
Changing mags.
And again, that drone getting awfully close in towards that upper bomb site, each towards A, and of course trading evenly off the offset. But yeah, once again, just bungeeing in, trying to find these aggressive frags, but JJ not having any success this time.
Surprised JJ didn't connect any bullets with Viper.
Yeah, that looked awfully close. Looked like it probably should have been a connection.
Probably hit the window frame instead of the character itself, or the operator itself.
And now JJ making his assault inwards. Fury again just peppering that wall, trying to blast it down. Of course, the diffuser dropped. They're going to have to make it in, and it is a 3v3. I would say that this defensive half is actually looking pretty sturdy. 2v2 now.
JJ
Fury once again picking in. Cinch in the back. And they've gone for a very nice wrap here. Cinch trying to end this one early. This could be a 7-4 here. Diffuser being planted. Ins. Let's watch him. Drops that one. Oh, and it's actually the Cinch to find it up. GG's scored 7 rounds.
What a game.
Inwards, and a very nicely played game from TBD. Didn't look like they were going to win it in that opening half. Looked like it was Machine Soldiers, sorry, to get off to a really lightning fast start. They pincered it through and straight inwards. So nice play there, and they're going to take the win on the boards. So a very nice victory there for the TBD side. Looked like it could have been shaky from the start, but making it work right at the end there. So congratulations to them. They go 1-0 in week 1. And obviously they'll go off into those bigger matches against Stones, our boys that we've been following through the qualifiers. I'm very interested to see how TBD fare up against them, but a very convincing matchup here after a shaky start. Change the servers definitely working out, and a 1-0 for them. So congratulations for TBD. Great performance here today. And thank you very much for watching. We've had between 200 and 300 people in the chat. I want to thank every one of you who's been here watching our 6 Siege gameplay on EFL GG. Drop us a follow if you like what you're listening to, and make sure to get involved in that Discord and get involved in the EFL GG community. Thank you very, very much for joining us today, and until next time, we'll see you then. Night night, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Unknown. Look, says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want to babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Yo, look, I might pull up to the scene. What's happening? All good. Says she wants a man. Treat her well, little hood. When I hit that jackpot, you know the whole squad eating. Back 15, bitch, then I'm out skeeting. Look, I came in for a wine, couple drinks, little fun. Man, she talking about a man, got her looking like a bum. I don't even wanna be rude. Ain't that kind of guy. When she talking about a man, I was gripping up her thighs. Back it up for me, up for me. Slow wine, do it properly. Properly, take time. Back it up for me, slow wine, do it properly. Properly, take time. I tell her I ain't gonna bother making all these promises. Why bother saying something when I'm gonna do the opposite? I can promise you this night, nothing more. Call me MC Hammer, cause I'm feeling like I'm 4 eyes. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy, wavy. I said she looking wavy, wavy. Looking wavy, wavy. I said she looking wavy, wavy. Yeah.
Says she tired of my crap, but if I get her back, then I'll trade my old stack. Then